Hello again.
Hello again.
Hasn't been long, has it?
No, it hasn't, but big things have happened in a short amount of time.
Welcome to my life. That's big things have happened in a short amount of time.
Your whole life. Every
Yeah.
time you call me, I say, "Oh, I got so much to tell you," and I know, but then you never tell me because something new and big has already happened.
Whatever is happening right then is big enough. It's like, forget all that. It took us here.
Yeah.
It's good.
Perfect. So Virginia has been off of her phone for 5 days.
Yeah.
And what brought you to that? Like, just the emotions and things that brought you to making that decision, the influences, things.
Yeah. Honestly, well, I was listening to a video that maybe you can link to in the about of this video, which was that one I sent you, When the Body Says No by Gabor Mate.
Yeah.
Because I was driving around in the tractor during another snowstorm earlier this week and just had a couple releases come up around that. Some sobbing releases about, because the whole premise of the video is how a lot of sickness, especially autoimmune diseases and certain types of cancers, have been linked to this behavior, which is to always take care of everyone else before yourself and without taking care of yourself. Like, your body is saying no, but you say yes. You never say no. And in it, he's even talking about Lou Gehrig's disease, which is an autoimmune disorder. And that what Gabor Mate didn't know about Lou Gehrig, this super famous baseball player, was that this was who he was. He literally never missed a game. He never missed practice. He always said yes to and put everyone else before himself. And people described him as like, he would be, it turned out he had had 17 fractures in his hand that he had never had cared for. And he would just keep going. And Gabor Mate basically talks about how our immune system is linked to our emotions and is intelligent like our emotions. And when we don't take care of ourselves and are essentially attacking ourselves so that we can take care of others, our immune system can start attacking us, which is what autoimmune disorders are. And I was listening to all this and just basically feeling pushed beyond my limits. Like, in the situation, in certain ways that I am in my own life, I was feeling like, I'm doing it again. I'm taking care of all these other people and doing things that I'm not really okay doing, and I'm kind of not okay. And I broke down. And with the stress of taking care of 300 animals and the snow, and then I had family there who also, it felt like in my perception, were expecting me to take care of them when I was trying to take care of all this other stuff and like way in over my head. And they left, and I came into my cabin and just crumpled to the ground, sobbing. And I was just like, I have to take care of myself right now. And for me, that meant turning off my phone, because this is not about phones being good or bad at all. It's, you know me, and that this has actually been something that I've wanted for years.
You have for years talked about how you feel like you have to get back to every text, and the pressure that we put on ourselves with our addictions to phones and people pleasing. And it just all boiled up to that one great moment.
Yes. And
where you crumbled.
I just crumbled because I was like, and again, this may not be true for everyone. I'm not saying this is some intrinsic truth about phones. I'm saying it was the truth that for me, what the phone represents is taking care of other people. Like, the support that I wanted was not there. And that's not true for everyone. Like, for some people in that moment, the right thing would have been to call someone. For me, the phone felt like all these people who are reaching out to me that want me to respond back to them. And I literally am broken right now. If I push myself to be available for anyone else, I'm going to snap, or I'm going to, repress it and end up getting some kind of disease. But I was like, I have to take care of myself. And for me, that means turning off my phone. And I didn't at that time know that would mean I wasn't going to turn my phone back on. that was kind of something that happened over some days. Like I thought I was going to do the same thing that I've done to myself again and again, because I've done this many times. And so I thought, okay, I'll take a couple days break. And like, it's not, this is so genuine for me. Again, that it's not to say it's right or wrong. And some people don't feel like this about their phones, but it's like when I'm off, I'm like, oh. And then I start to have these realizations. It's like on Christmas Day, I lost my phone all day. And I wrote and said to myself that day, this is my Christmas present to myself. On my birthday, I dropped my phone in water and had to be off it for most of the day. And so all of this stuff started coming through of like, wait, this is what I really want. But again, I was going to make myself do what I've done before, where, okay, you've had 2 days off. Now you have to go back and take care of other people. And I got angry at my cat for throwing up, which I knew was wrong and just not, I snapped, but just like, not again, like kind of thing. And I was like, this is wrong. Like, what is wrong with me right now that I can't be my true, gentle, patient self with animals? And I realized, like, I don't want to get back on my phone. It's this pressure that I'm feeling that I'm going to force myself to do that again. And that morning, I just started free writing, and it felt like the most natural thing, like something I've just kind of always known. And I don't even know if this is a thing. It would be ironic if it is on the internet, kind of, but like phone-free life. I don't know if that's a hashtag or like something that people do, but
Maybe
I was like, well, it just came, I was like, I'm going to live a phone-free life, because I also was kind of to this point of like, I'm way off course. Like either I want to run away, take my own life, or join a convent. Like something where like something's got to give to that point was like the amount of psychic agony that I felt like I was in. And anyone who knows me knows, I mean, I'm doing the practices, I'm reading I'm doing the somatic stuff, the spiritual stuff, but at some point, I've been reading a lot of Martha Beck, as you know, and it's like at some point you can do all those things, but if you're not making the changes in your environment that are your true north, it doesn't matter. Like shit's going to keep telling you like correct course. And so I just, as soon as I felt that, like, it also kind of feels to me like joining a convent, because basically it was like, wait, what can I do that will give me what I'm looking for in that, which is less distraction, and for life to slow down and be more simple so that I can take care of myself to then really give service to others. And it was like, get off your phone. Like you don't want to just don't get back on your phone. Just don't get back on it. You don't want to.
The true you does not want to.
No.
The one that is always out there people pleasing is the one that, and that's your ego, the addiction, the habit of taking care of people instead of care of yourself. And that's really interesting. So you never had like moments where like, my phone, where's my phone? Oh, I meant to forget my phone, or like any of those needs of like, I need to, but a little fight inside, and then
No, I mean, eventually I'll look forward to having it for photo and video, but even that's been nice, because it's like, oh, I'll just be totally present for this instead. And only from the habit of being like, what time is it? Again, a total human construct.
Yep.
Like if I want to live a life of spirituality, not only a life of spirituality, but also the way animals live.
Yeah.
Which is a huge part of my life, And I get that people will be like, oh, that must be nice. I wish I could do that. Which, first of all, a lot of people don't wish they could do that. But for me, I don't know how to explain it, except for this just feels like my path and my purpose. It's not the right path. It's like the way that my life is set up, with the support I have, with where I live, with kind of like how I am. It's like, no, I really can do this. And I've done it before. That was the other thing I realized. I didn't get rid of my phone completely, but I've not had a phone plan. And felt super, super authentic in that. This was several years ago. And then because of a job I got that was misaligned, I would say, I had to get back on my phone. And I laughed when I thought about this. It was this whole saga of they couldn't unlock the phone. It was like this went on to store after store after store. Like I couldn't get the phone plan to work again.
Huh.
But instead of getting them, literally, I had an account with AT&T for almost 20 years. They couldn't find any history of my account ever.
Wow.
To unlock the phone. But I mean, where's your sign? Like the universe is like,
yes.
No, not this way. Don't do this. This is unconsciously not what you want.
We're
but
blocking it for you.
You're not willing to be conscious of it. So you continue forcing. And then eventually I got a phone plan again. And that led to, a lot of things down the line of just being totally overextended, living my life for others instead of myself. Yeah. And the point is, like you and I have talked about, it's not that phones are inherently good or bad. It's that for me, what it is the epitome of people pleasing and taking care of others before myself. Like that is what phones are to me. When I need support, it will be there physically or come from within myself or an animal or nature. And
it must really open up your third eye more. I mean, like, I feel like you will have so much more awareness of everything, of awareness.
Yeah.
By not having something that you're always checking.
On the amount of, we all just got to check in with what it is for us. But for me, like, this is my path. Like, I just know that in my body. Every time I say to myself, I'm getting off my phone, like, I'm really doing this, or think about it, or is this right for me? My body just spontaneously sighs. And any time that our body takes a spontaneous deep sigh, we might even find ourselves licking and chewing like horses do, dropping the shoulders. It is literally a physiological representation that we've just told the truth about something.
Nice.
And that's from lots of research, but I mean, most recently who I was reading it from is Martha Beck. But I just know that it's my path, and it truly allows me, like I was telling you earlier, to live this life where, and I'm a writer, I'm a storyteller, and I get to live this life where without a phone, life itself, God, the universe, creator, goddess, all that is, can show me everything happens on time. All the people I need to get in touch with always find me, or I find them. I always have all the resources I need, and I am provided for. I don't need my phone for that. And then I get to tell those stories. And this is the way for me to live that. It's just my path. And it doesn't mean don't be on your phone, but it's kind of like, I don't shave any of my body hair. And I think of this actually really similarly. Stay with me on this one. As far as, it's great to shave. Like, as a woman in our culture, it's great to shave. That's awesome. The problem is doing it because you think you have to, that there's no other option. And I'm kind of saying the same with the phone thing. It's like, it's great to use your phone. There's tons of resources. It can be this great tool, inspiration, connect, blah, blah, blah. But when you think, if I don't have it, I won't be able to do any of those things. Well, that's just not true.
Yeah. Everything, once you get over the three-dimensional things of like time and space, and then you open up to all of that bigger space, you're opening your funnel so more can come down into you, and
in surprising ways, because I'm consciously, instead of unconsciously before, right, where I'm fantasizing about dropping my phone in water, I'm dreaming about losing my phone and dropping it in water, I am dropping my phone in water, I am losing my phone all the time, as you know.
Yeah.
Now I'm consciously like, I choose to give up this control and to do what my heart and soul and my path are asking me to do. And it's really cool because, like, this is just what I want. Again, everyone's on their own path. But it's like, then the things that come to me and happen are like kind of that much more of a surprise and a miracle, because I didn't like consciously make that happen. It's showing me it's done unto you. You aren't in control anyway, silly.
Dummy.
You think your calendar is controlling what happens in capital L life? That's hilarious. That's so cute.
Well, we have this big storm going on.
I need to go take some horses home for sure.
I think maybe just a message for folks about Virginia's big choice is maybe just being more conscious of the time you use and spend and energy that you let get sucked out of you by your phone, and to set it down and put it away and go be productive rather than and like a big thing for me is looking down at my phone hurts my neck physically. So a lot of people are getting like a buffalo hump, that, you know, all kinds of physical things are going on, plus the blue light and messing with our circadian rhythm, right, and not being able to sleep at night. I mean, there's just like, take a technology vacation and
just listen to yourself. Like, I just recently also had a friend tell me, oh, I have to start turning off my phone. Literally, these were the words. I have to start turning off my phone at night because it's sucking my soul. And it's like, okay, please listen to that. Yeah. Or like, please listen to your neck. Like, yeah, doesn't need to be all or nothing. Not everyone wants to be a nun living on a remote ranch.
I'm going to be a monk in Bali or Fiji.
I still hope to find a partner and have kids.
Yeah, but like, there's another thing. Like, does a relationship really revolve around a phone?
And if it does, it's not right for me. That's what I'm saying. That I was just trying to please this person and do what I thought I had to do to be in a relationship. And that's my final word about the phone is like, don't, do whatever is true to you. Just realize you don't have to. You don't have to. You're choosing to use your phone for whatever you're choosing to use it for. But whatever it is that you're choosing to use it for, there would be another way to do it. I mean, and use it if you want to. It's just, you don't have to.
Yeah. Well, thank you. This is Susie from Serenity Wellness Retreat. Verge at Wild Vert. Is it Wild Vert on your?
I think it's Wild Virginia. I haven't been on my YouTube for a while, but I am still emailing and getting on the internet sporadically. So I'm a writer, so like I'm still using my computer.
Yeah.
Been writing more. I've been reading more. That won't surprise anyone.
Oh, and it's good what she's writing. So. Really,
and we're going to publish a book together soon.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Yep.
Susie's going to illustrate some stories for me. I'm really excited.
No pressure. I'm not doing it for her. I'm doing it for
you're a better artist than I am a writer. The pressure's on me.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you for listening. I think this is a really important message, and I just...
Stay true to you. That's the message.
Yeah.
Walk your path. It helps to find it when you're less distracted.
Yeah. All right. We love you.
Bye.